Congratulations the Gerbil Ninja for being the first redeemer of the stream.
Filthy bot is dead and doesn't remember.
The Gerbil Ninja joined the ranks of the elite and has become a VIP. Welcome to the club.
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? Everything is just insane. Let me explain here. It's super broke. Everything's broke, and I don't know how to explain it other than it just is. Let's make a new one. All right, if you guys want to draw on the same one from last time, it's here. You're allowed to, and it's just on the third screen. So you're welcome to draw. I promised Mora, because she requested it, that I would turn it on. So make big canvas. Wait, can I make it bigger? Okay, let me see. A sec. How do I make it bigger? Yeah, how do I make canvas bigger? If I change something about the bot, yes, I wish I could say I changed anything about the bot, but I did not, in fact. And my stream deck is broken, so that's really fun. Settings and change size. All right. Trying to look at these. Is it just? It's not application settings? Is that application settings? Grids. Cancel. Wait, is it this setting? Where are the settings? File drawing settings? Okay, thank you. I'm looking. There it is. I'm working on like a super duper tiny screen. So you said 4,000 by 4,000. I will do that. Alright, save. Alright, I made the canvas bigger. I made it super big. So you guys can draw to your heart's content. There we go. Draw during work. Valid. Can I? There we go. Oh, okay. I guess, you know what? That's fine. I'll change it a little bit. Just gonna zoom in a little bit. There, so it fills the screen. All right. Hi, everybody. Let me tell you, there was... What? What's going on in DST chat? Cook some ramen, do it. Enjoy. Joy. What is going on? So I have some of the channels just muted just because I'm like not active in them and stuff. And I don't know what's going on. Leave this message to frame Yas. Look, I trust my mods. If the mods need to make judgments, they have my full backing on it. Yeah, so let me explain here. My stream deck is broken. And by that, I mean, it's not connected to OBS right now. So everything is giving me exclamation points. It's also not connected to my light, which is really, oh, now it is, which is really fun. So I've spent a lot of today just trying to fix things. And then you guys might have seen the stream title. I had a couple moments today to start working on the game a little bit. And I was like, yeah, you know what? That'd be a good idea. That'd be great to work on the game. And here's the problem with, first off, because I have so many screens, it's hard. Anyway, let's talk about some of the problems here. I fixed some things. Oh shit. Let me turn on the game. That would probably be a good start. All right, let's get into this. First things first, I did the big no-no. I did a really big no-no. And you guys want to know what a really big no-no is? It's when you make a major structural change to code right before a demo. So I literally rebuilt an entire section of code, and here is why. Here's what I did first. Hero class used to be directly related to summon. It used to be directly related to summon. It's no longer related to summon. It's now related to a brand new class called game character, which hero and monsters are related to game character. In fact, the technical relation is this is called inheritance, and hero and monster extends or are the children of game character. Why? Well, because monsters and heroes are really only used in game, and furthermore, they have a lot of the same code, and I noticed that I was duplicating code. So when I created a function that said add shield or something, or gain shield, I was adding the same exact code between them, and that's a waste of time, right? It's a waste of time. Plus, if I make a change in one, now if I don't remember the change in the other, I break something. And what really triggered me on it today was this function right here, process debuff. I wanted to add this function, and I realized that I'm going to start duplicating this work like tenfold. And I can't do that. I absolutely cannot do that. So today I was like, fine, I will make the big change. And I separated hero from summons. Here's the problem. When I built the entire code on this framework that hero was related directly to summon, it means I had to separate how everything in the code related to heroes and how everything was built, which created more problems. So today I broke the code. Now, good news is I had some time and I was playing around and I got more things fixed. So let's talk about some of this, right? Let's first foremost, what got fixed? You'll see Nibu-san here. Why is Nibu-san here? I always put on my home screen a reminder of what character I am currently working on. Nibu-san, secretly, not so secretly, is done. I actually finished Nibu-san today. So I just have to change her one ability so that it's not 2. It should require 20. But Nibu-san's done as well. Originally, when this was set up, I couldn't process or get into anything. So I've got it mostly all fixed, to my knowledge. There's a couple things, like I noticed Dave's ability or Daniel's ability was broken for a little bit. So I believe that got fixed. Let's take a little peeky weeky. I don't know why I said it that way, but we're going to commit to it. So let's go in here. We're just going to start the game. So we got a game going here. And I'm going to do that. All right, we're going to do that. We're going to get both abilities up. Great, beautiful. And in theory, what we should see here are a couple of things happen. And we did not see one of them, so we're going to have to process this. This is what broke today. So first things first, you can notice right here, Lady has received a debuff. The debuff is bleed, but a couple things are broken. First and foremost, Lady should have taken damage from the bleed, and didn't. Secondly, so this enemy here, this enemy is inflicting bleed. It chooses just a random person and inflicts bleed on them. This enemy here, oh shit. I clicked and I broke something else. We're gonna, what? I can't retarget this. What? All right, we'll, I'm breaking shit. But we're gonna figure it out. Anyway, and this enemy deals damage, but you could see no enemies have nobody's taken damage. Now, what I did fix was this. So you could see, earlier I noticed that when I clicked this, it would delete 2 rows and then nothing would happen. And I'm like, that's no good. Oh, what the fuck? All right, so Daniel took damage, but Lady lost her bleed? Why? Just thinking. I've got an idea. I've got a couple ideas. So first and foremost,
Zaz, boat is sinking.
Let's take a
run
look.
For your life.
Boat is sinking. Run for my life. No! Yeah, it's sinking. Everything's broke, but it's okay. We're gonna fix it today. That's gonna be a huge part of today's stream. So let's take a look here. So we have a brand new hero class. So it doesn't have as much data as summon. It has just the data that's needed. I can see here in the debuff list, and it's a little tiny, so I apologize. I can see bleeding, and it's set at ×0, which is incorrect. So that's an issue. So that should be set to ×3, maybe ×2, because there. So I need to figure that. You moved your contract. Hehehe. Blood contract. Yes, removed. Yeah, so we need to fix that. So this is one of the issues. So, okay, that's feasible. Here's how I know Nibu-san works, right? Daniel's been taking damage. I can use Nibu-san's ability, and this is a brand new thing. You can notice a yellow selector that doesn't appear over here, it appears over here. Now I can select one of these characters, for example, Daniel. It'll remove his debuff and heal him now. So that's Nibusan's second ability. And it doesn't just remove one debuff. Nibusan's second ability removes all debuffs from whatever target she aims for. So that's sweet. And I'm very happy. And then the selector was important because I want to make sure that you could select what ability you wanted with it. Now, there's a couple things that still need to get done. First and foremost, I would like that ability to use a move. Like, I'd like it to use a move. And it didn't, for a couple reasons. And I need to delay using the move until I click. Furthermore, I need to not open up the board. Because right now, this is a break. So, right now, if I... Do you see that? What the fuck is going on? It's like on weird delays right now, and I don't understand. The other thing is, like, I could click this, and then I move this here, and I still have it available to select, so I can, like, mid-heal someone without using the ability. That's not how that's supposed to work. So that's another thing, too, that I need to fix, right? And then, obviously, the debuffs are appearing and disappearing before anything. So I broke it. I broke the game, and I'm gonna figure it out, right? Yeah, I'm hoping this fix is not hard. There's just a couple things at work, so we're gonna narrow it down in the code and get it there. So beyond that, everything else seems to be fine. I mean, it just seems to be fine. And once I get that last fix done, then I can formally say Nibusan's done, and we're gonna start working on another character, which our next character on the list, based on IDs, is Nika. So Nika is going to be our next character to build, too. So I'm pretty excited about building Nika as well. Plus, I get to add a bunch of fire everywhere, too. So that's going to be fun. So we're going to build Nika next. But a part of all of this steps was because I wanted to make sure that I had debuffs working properly, which they're clearly not. Well, they're partially working, but they're also vanishing before anything. Wait a fucking second. They're vanishing before anything. I think I know what's going on. I actually legitimately think I know what's going on, and I think I can fix it. Okay. Hear me out here. I think I know what's up. So let's... Okay, I got it. I think I have it. All right, so apply debuff. What I need to do is, I've got this debuff here. I need to dereference it. I think that's the problem. Actually, I know that's the problem. The problem here is that all of the debuffs that this guy was applying are connected, which means because they're connected, it's creating, it's just creating additional issues. So here's what we do. We're going to dereference it. So we're going to make it like it's a brand new object. And we're going to do name. Rather than me just doing the one-stop trick, we're going to do name, time. We're going to copy this here. That should fix this issue. All right, so that should fix this issue right now and make sure that it applies the same correct value. So let's just test that. One issue at a time, right? Let's make sure this works. Boom, 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 boom. Bring them all in. Nibusan up. All right. I will say Lady is finished. I did confirm all of Lady's abilities are finished. All right, so we have Nibusan has taken damage from, I assume, the bleed, right? Victory image gone. Fuck. There's a lot of shit broken too. It's one of those things. I made a big structural change, so it's broken, and I just gotta figure it out. I probably know what's broken, so I just need to figure that out. Okay, interesting. I can't click back. Okay, we'll figure that out in a second. Here's what I want to investigate first. So first and foremost, we need to investigate Nibusan right now. If it's correct, I would assume that Nibusan's debuff was taken the bleed damage, and I can see Nibusan's taken bleed damage. should say 2 more turns left on their debuff. So let's take a look. Debuff list, 2 more turns left. Excellent. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to trigger. Hopefully he does his attack again. No. And he didn't apply a debuff. The monsters are super broke, and I don't know why. I'm going to have to look into them in a second. So we're going to see here. I just want to see what happens, right? Fuck, we're getting a lot of matches. Also, we're dealing no damage to our target. So that's broken. Okay, the debuff faded, and we took damage. Okay, so that's working. So really what I'm seeing here, and this is actually really good for us. What I'm seeing here is that the monsters are not processing their turns anymore. Like, they're doing their turns one time and exactly one time, and then they're just saying, fuck it, we're never playing again. So that's good. That's actually really good. Okay, that's really good. Why is that really good? Because that reduces the possible areas that an error could occur. So my first inclination, right? I'm gonna pull up I don't want to lose my notes here. All right, my first inclination is to say that it is an issue here in the process monsters step. Yeah, we got the monster delay. This needs to be, I'm gonna be angry unless I fix these things. I'm using new notation. I'd rather keep it. Okay. So monster delay. Add the class skip. I want to figure out the... Okay, let's figure out the clicking issue, because that's also breaking, and that needs to be fixed. Wait. Oh my god, I think I see it. Alright. What's going down? Context monsters.id. Okay. I think I'm connecting. 1 second. Un momento, por favor. This is totally not the fix. I'm just tracking here. Okay. Let's take a look here. This is monsters. The monster char box on click. That's correct. Any monster character box on click should go here. And the point of
Un momento, por favor.
Is... Yes. Un momento, por favor. Okay. Does the stage have monsters? If monster's length is greater than 0... Wait a fucking second. What? Oh, okay. This sets here. Yeah, that's all this function does. Re-looking at my code after modifying it is a curse. Alright, so this is where we create the monsters. Great, no problem. We go in here. We've got our monsters. This is our image, progress bar, buff box. That's correct. We make our monster box. Create the monster. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think... Alright. This has to be where the error is. So we're going to do console.log ID. I'm just going to do a click target. Just so I know what's happening here. So let's focus one issue at a time. One issue at a time. Targeting monsters is the first issue. All right. Click target 1. Click target 0. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, wait. Maybe it's after I do an ability. All right, let's do an ability. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Great. So after we did an ability, or we did one match, it stopped working. Kinda. What? Okay. So here's the thing. I'm looking at their debugger text, and it is getting here. So it is actually reaching this step. So, what we need to understand is this correct? So let's just grab this now. I'm going to just put the monster in. Because what it should be doing, char banner, remove class target, it should be adding it to this banner. Let's see. Char banner, IDM. This is correct. This should work. I've got... Okay. Basically, I've changed nothing about this code, so I don't know why it's breaking. So I need to see it with my own eyes again. So what we know is we can switch targets here freely. As soon as I make a match, I'm no longer allowed to switch targets? Okay. I can click this same target, that's fine. I switch targets, and then I go to switch back. Oh, what? Interesting. Okay. What? Okay. I see the issue. We figured it out. So here's what's going on. All right, folks. Here's what's going down. When I'm looking at this, the problem is that we're getting nan, not a number for HP and shield. Why would we get nan? Because the data that's being presented back that is from take damage is no longer working. I have another theory. I have another small theory, and we're going to look at it right now. I wonder if our heroes also have an issue with health. So this health is correct. See if anybody's health, 92, that's fine. Anybody's, yes, attack is nan. Defense is nan. For Lady. HP is nan, max HP is nan. So why and when did it break? Okay, so this is great. This is actually really good. So we figured out the issue, and the issue is directly related. So we don't care about this. So we didn't break any code, per se. Here, what we broke is got to be related to this stuff here. And so, at the point of match, it does some damage. It clearly did some damage, but then it reset its, like, health? Or reset the damage it dealt? Alright, our add buff, remove debuffs are all working. Restore health, take damage. Let's see here. This is what's triggering a problem. Why? Why are you triggering a problem? My best guess... My best guess is I want to say it's this function here that's doing it, but I don't know for certain. So this is take damage. This is the function where we actually take damage, and then we do a health bar update. Now the health bar update is really simple, right? It just goes into where the fuck is my update health bar? All it's doing is modifying the object making the health bar. Great, that's beautiful. We don't have to worry about that, right? We get the attack. We get the attack amount. If it's equal 0, we just do nothing. If it's dealing 0 damage, dealing 0 damage. Okay. Here's what we need to do. We need to debug here. So we're going to go to game character. We're going to start debugging the very first time that someone takes damage. Because I think we'll find our problem then. So we're going to just pull in this group. We're going to deal some damage. And you're going to see it pause. Here we go. Attack is nan. Okay. That's great. That's an excellent start. Okay? So we see the original attack that goes in is nan, which is perfect. So that's actually, like, I can't get any more direct than that. The problem is right here in our hero when we calculate damage. So, we're going to now modify and check here in our hero, calculate damage. I probably don't need refresh hero, right? We'll consider that later. Okay, calculate damage. We're now gonna do this. Do a quick little refresh. This is what debugging looks like, folks. It's going in here, doing our tests, figuring out where the problem is, and breaking it down until you have a solution. So now we're here. We are now in calculate damage. So let's first check. Match count 3, correct. Combo is 2, correct. Mod check, animal type, great. Skill mod, 1. So we've got our modifiers. Everything is in place. So let's go through here. Modifier is 1. This is HP is not low, so we're fine. It's not a healing attack, so we're fine. Trait is not an attack trait, so we're fine. We're fine. Self traits. Once again, trait active. Where's different? Oh, attack modifier. Yeah. These are attack traits, which are fine. All right, so now we check team traits. And we're checking the team trait right now. So when we check this team trait, this is the trait here. So attack traits mod. Wait. Oh, we're going into this. We're diving in. That's fine. Okay, so this is the trait. We look in here. I just want to make sure all the numbers exist. This shouldn't work. Like, it shouldn't modify anything. Yeah, we're still 1, so we're fine. So we're good. So far, so good. Nothing has broke yet. So let's go down here. We are now instructions. We're just checking our traits here. Okay, so we do have our first trait here, which is a utility mod trait. That's trigger is match. So what is this trait? Remove black cloud adjacent. Okay, so it's Nibusan's trait. So we're double checking to see if we need to move any things. Instructions is not null, so we just added some instructions. Basically, it's to say, hey, when you go to move or combine this trait, this is all you need to do. I would appreciate if you guys, or specifically Oxygen, you don't quote spam. Thank you. You just rewrote part of code the exact same way and somehow that fixed it. Yeah, I feel you. Sometimes it do be like that. Okay, our modifier here. Our modifier is 1. Skill mod 1. Okay, we've successfully made it all the way to here. We've made it all the way here. This dot element is light, right? We've got instructions. We've got math. This should be this dot attack. We have our attack times match count times 3, correct? Times a modifier of 1. So this is modifier is equal to 0, then make it 0, otherwise 0. Okay, this is fine. So we return. We came back. We have come back officially. We have an attack. Okay, let's now go here. All right, so we are going to be dealing some monster damage. So let's step into this function. We have an attack. It is regular attack. Okay. We're going to skip ahead. We got an attack. Everything here is tracking correctly, which is a fucking problem. Is there going to be another Celeste stream? Yes, there's definitely going to be another Celeste stream. I'm glad you asked, Hampus. Yes, we are going to be doing another... Did I beat it? No, I did not beat Celeste. I have not beaten Celeste yet. I am on the final chapter. I'm on chapter 7 now. And then I've got, obviously, 8 and 9, too. So, yes, there is going to be another Celeste stream. We delayed Celeste. Just for context, we delayed Celeste just for October, because we had some other things we wanted to do and the group wanted to do as well. So we planned out some different streams. So Celeste will be making a return in beginning of November. If I were to put a date on it, I would say November 6th. November 6th is when we will be right back with Celeste. And I will be beating the main game Celeste and then struggling for Chapter 8 and 9. But I will be beating Chapter 8 and 9. That is my goal. So, I hope that answers your question as well. Most of my quotes, is this the moment? I mean, I do realize that most of my quotes are not safe for work. Like, I don't mind about that. I just don't want to fill the chat with my quotes. That's what stream's for. All right, so I am right here, at least. All I'm seeing is that everything's working. All right, let's go hero modifier. Modifier's still 1, which is great. That's what it is. It's going to check the buff list. It's not going to go there. We're going to go shield damage. It's currently undefined. That's fine. Shield damage is 0 because we don't have a shield. All right, this is HP. It's got 50,000. And it's about to take 450 damage. Correct. It took 405 damage. Correction. So it took 405 damage. 405. It's going to update the health bar. Correct. We're going to return the damage. Okay. So we're going back to calc damage. All right, so for the second match. So far, everything has been correct. So I'm feeling okay about that. So let's see here. We've got everything looks correct. We should get through this just fine. Right, our modifier's still 1. We shouldn't have it. Oh, did I make another Nibuson match? Is that what's going on? What was the... I don't even know what the match is. Who am I matching? I should say. What was it? Yeah, okay, so this is another Nibuson match. So we had a double Nibuson match. Is that what we have? I didn't even look at our matches. Oh, we have a double Nibuson match. I'm so fucking stupid. Okay. Alright. It goes through. It's fine. We're good. Okay. Go to the next spot. We're going to take damage. It is all the same thing. We've doubled it up. So far, we've learned nothing. Welcome to this. You're real confused before look for Yes. Yep, that's all it is. I did not beat Manus. That's true. That is a true fact. I didn't beat Manus in Dark Souls. I gave up on that one. But yes, no, Hampus, we will be making a return to Celeste. Yeah. Hopefully soon next month. Okay. Son of a fucking bitch. Now what? Alright, so nothing broke. Okay. We've got another take damage here. The damage is 15. Okay. Who is taking the damage is what I need to know. Who is this? Who is this? Whoa. And look at this. The HP, everything got set to Nan. What the fuck? Huh. Okay. I think I'm figuring out what's going on. Alright, so let me explain my train of thought. What's happening is actually a problem with Lady. Lady is the problem here. Hi, Salty. Here's why. So, it's a bug with Lady specifically. So if I haven't done anything, I haven't moved anything, I haven't set anything, but if I go to Lady right now, Lady's attack, defense, HP, and max HP are all set to Nan. So, here's what I'm curious about. What is this array? Oh, I do output my heroes. Wait, I output my heroes immediately. This is a great time for me to double check. Okay, so it broke immediately. So there's actually an issue on load. You are so OP that you broke the game. I agree. All right, so let's see here. Is it 4? let's double check here. Let's make sure Lady herself isn't broken. Correct. Okay, this is good. This is a very good sign. So what I'm seeing here, this little line of code, I know this is small. This little line here code says Lady's attack is 92, but when we transfer her to be a hero, her attack is not a number, which means at some point in time in the transfer process is what's breaking. Essentially, here's what is going down. Essentially, what's going down is Lady at some point in time, we make a combo with Lady, and it breaks them. And here's how I'll prove it. We're going to make a combo attack with Lady. If we go over here to calculate everything, we're going to go down, blah, 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 right? We got our modifier here from the attack trait. Our modifier is 1. Attack traits, match combo, trait 0. It's like, oh, this is great. Modifier still 1, which is fine. Second attack trait, modifier still 1. That actually feels inaccurate. That feels inaccurate just on the basis that I'm pretty sure trait 2 is for every animal on the team, and Dear Lord is on the team. Yeah. Oh, are we in... Wait, what the fuck? One hot second. Who are we? We are Dear Lord. Shit. But in either way, Dear Lord should have been modified by it, so we've got other issues too. Oh my god, everything. I broke everything today, guys. Oh, look at this. I did break it. Okay, that's fixable. You know what? This is we've got so many things that are broken and yet fixable. I'm so glad. This is... We're figuring it out together as a family. All right, so... Oh, fuck. Okay. This dot class is equal to data dot class. This dot subclass is equal to data dot class. Those should be correct. Let's see here. We don't need to do a subclass image. We don't need to do subclass or class images, but we do need to import class and subclass here, because when I do my little checky poo as well, what did I modify over here? Oh, yeah, we could save that. When I do my little check, go to my globals, make sure it's written right. Yep, I got my subclass. This is the stuff I should be checking. So I need to make sure match target dot star element. What the fuck? When did I ever start calling it star element over element? Guys, I might have cancer. I'm going full on element cancer. Star element? Why did I call it star element here? I've never called it star element. I have to remove this to now element. Thankfully, I guess I haven't been doing this. This is insanity. What the fuck? Uh-oh. Guys, I'm really worried here for a second. Target. I'm really worried just on the basis that this might break other things. Shit, why do I call it star element everywhere? Okay, that's fine. It's okay. We're gonna just do a special little replace element. So everywhere it says star element, we're just gonna replace it and it says element now. That's same thing. Oh my god. Replace all. Okay, this should be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine, guys. This is a little copium here. I don't know why I did this to myself. This is why naming your variables and knowing what you're doing is just important. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, let's pull up our traits. I'm just gonna make that small change so that doesn't go away. Okay. now that we're matching element to element and not element to star element, thankfully it's always been just all, so we haven't had this issue. Or not thankfully, I wish I would have experienced that sooner. Now that it's element in summon and in game, in character, we've got element. Now that we've done all this, and now that we've identified class, and this needs to be a subclass, which, by the way, on hero, we have subclass. Great. Okay. Broken game. Yeah, join the broken game. Check it out. Watch how broke it is. But we'll get there. So, we still need to figure out why Lady is Nan. Right? That's an important thing. I also need to make sure this... I don't think this is getting called. I don't think it is. If it is, we're going to see it break in my code, and that'll be the fastest way for me to find it. Because this shouldn't be called. I'm trying to think if there's anything else here. Okay, we still need to figure out why Lady is Nan. Why is Lady Nan? And the only way to tell why Lady is Nan... And by the way, just for anybody that's wondering why I'm psychotic and just saying the word Nan over and over again, Nan means not a number. So we need to figure out why all of Lady's values become not a number. So we're going to mute that because I don't need that output. But wait, I want to double check that output again. I think you're Nan here. Yes, you're Nan here. So you're Nan in setup hero boxes. So the question is, are you Nan before I set up heroes? So that's what we're going to find out. This is what we're going to find out. So we're going to go to our game. And we're going to go to set up hero boxes. And this is where we're going to debug from. All right. All of that to say that we're figuring out bugs as we go. All right, we go in. Lady is going to make the attack so that we can figure out what's happening. Although it should have... Fuck. Why didn't it debug there? Oh my god. It didn't debug in the spot I told it to debug in. I shouldn't even gotten to that step. I needed to get to this step. So, okay. Yep, what? Game.js, game character? Okay. We're fine. We have this now. I'm looking, making sure it didn't remove it. It didn't remove it this time. So now we should see right in setup what's going down. Great, we're in setup now. We are in setup. Let's look at our heroes. Lady should be this hero. Lady's attack is 92. This is very good, guys. This is... Did Twitch crash? Please don't tell me Twitch crashed. It doesn't look like Twitch crashed. I guess you guys will have to tell me. I don't think Twitch crashed. I'm not losing frames, I should say. Yes. Server error, but resumed. Okay. As long as it's server error, not me, then it's fine. Alright, so let's take a little look-see here. Let's figure out where this breaks. I gotta remember my button. It's F10. Alright, so we've got heroes. Heroes have been declared. Everything's correct. Alright, we emptied the box. We go to heroes.length. We're going through. This is our first hero. Our first hero, of course, is Nibu-san. Nibu-san is been appended. And here's the fun thing about this, is you can actually see Nibu-san's stuff over here is getting appended as we add things. So Nibu-san's skill is not equal to null. So look, we just created Nibu-san's skill, and we just charged it up. And now we go over here, and we're like, oh, use the skill button. We're just going to declare that. Now we make sure to add Nibu-san to the on fire list, but I'm going to figure that out later. We're going to add her to the push pool, which is good. This has to be where I'm breaking it. I guarantee. All right. Why does Nibu-san not get... Interesting. I'm surprised the whole box didn't appear, but I guess that comes later. Okay, let's see. All right. Anyway, let's just keep going. We got our next character, blah, 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 blah. Blah. We add them to the on fire list. We add them to the pool. This dot heroes, H is 1, heroes 1. Of course, this is our friend Daniel. This is his gather traits. So this is his initial traits for on start. This is team attack traits, which is not going to trigger anything. This should trigger though. So this is a start trait trigger. What is this triggering? It's triggering our moves. Just how many moves we have, which is correct. Let's just go in just so you guys can see it too. So we go in, the moves are normally 25, but our instructions say, hey, actually make it +5. So now it's 30, yay. And now our move box has our moves. There you go, 30 moves. Beautiful. All right, we back in. This is the important hero now. Not to say other heroes are not important, but this is the big one. We need to figure out why Lady is breaking. So we go here, and I guarantee Lady is breaking on line 225 and 226. So here we go. This is because Lady's traits are active, and they are of the type attack. So this is active. What is it? Data.type. Type is attack. Number 2, data.type is stats. But this is an attack trait. So we now are going in here. Wait, this doesn't actually do anything. What the fuck? So it's adding it to here. Pardon me? What? I am now perplexed. All right, we're fully perplexed. Lady's attack has not been changed. Lady's attack has not been changed. I repeat. Everything is fine. That's not good. This is not what you want to see. You wanted to see where it broke, and it did not break, which is a problem. So this came down. We've successfully left. Oh, shit. All right, so we've successfully left the function, and nothing's broke yet. Uh-oh. Okay. That's... Oh, boy. So we have our monsters, so that's good. We have monsters. We have our heroes. Let's double check heroes. Oh, my God. We set up our grid. Check our heroes. Once again, heroes are fine. Lady is fine. Okay, let's set up stage data. I'm gonna step in. Just in case. This is stage label. This is moves. Sets the moves. We got our score number. We got our combo number. All right, so this is, you guys are gonna start seeing everything's being built as we go. We've got, I like how Dear Lord loaded, but nobody else did so far. We've got our goals, our icons. We're loading right now, so now we're loading objectives. So we know it's 2. I didn't load the image yet because it's got to load from the server. We're gonna do that soon. Process start a turn facts. Okay, so this has now my assumptions here. This is where I'm assuming. Since we're looking here, right? We are looking here, we can confirm Lady has an attack. So this must be where it breaks. So this is start of turn effects. So we don't care about the other characters right now, right? They're gonna do their check their stat traits, stack the stat traits, we're good. That's where it's gotta be. That's where it's gotta break. Right here. So this is stat trait. We don't have any stat traits to check. Here we go. This is Lady time. Lady time. So we've got Lady. This is going to be end of turn actions. There should be no actions to compute, but I can confirm Lady has an attack. We check stat traits. This first trait is not a stat trait, but this trait is. So we step in. Switch trait.id. You could see Beast Empowerment is Lady's trait. We can see ID is 21, so we go in here. A count is 0. which is animal count, just for reference. All right. Heroes.id is correct. Is equal to hero ID. Correct. Heroes.subclass. Wait, did I fix everything? No, I don't believe it. All right. A count still 0. A count should end up being 1. Yep. That's for Dearlord. Hero update stats. Here we fucking go. So, we have first true. It's first time updating stats. Okay. Hero. We have our hero. Hero is Lady. Lady is good. This is where it breaks. I guarantee it. Now that I've guaranteed every single spot before. Because look, these are the 4 things that get adjusted right now. Update stats. Here we go. Max HP 0. Attack 0.1. Defense 0.1. Which makes sense. We're increasing it by 10%. Oh, look at this. I see the issue right now. Base HP, base attack, and base defense don't exist. Total levels don't exist. Scalar attack doesn't exist. Woo! Okay. Your stacks understand things I've coded? Yeah, you guys are now figuring it out. All right, I have figured out the issue. This is once again because I made the transfer, which we kind of knew was going into it. But we have figured out the problem. So here's the problem. It's really simple, or it boils down to be really simple. I have right here update stats. This updates, but these values don't exist. That's okay. This is one of the changes that we're allowed to make, and the reason I had this code this way was because, what am I saying? I had the code this way because I needed the base stuff, but I don't need the base stuff anymore. Instead, what we can do is we could just make this a times equals for everything. Now, it sends max HP as 0. Oh, it's 1 plus... Yeah, we're good. So, all I need to do now is this. Here we go. This should fix it. Because what we're doing is we're just taking the base stats and refresh it. I should see how broken your game was. I mean, yeah. The game won't end after you did everything. Yeah, everything's broke right now, Pink. I should say. Yeah, everything is broke right now. So we're trying to fix things as we go. We're just trying to fix things as we go. Yeah, this time max HP, great. I think this should be good. Okay. Now, let's see if that fixed shit. We're gonna uncheck my debuggers. We're gonna see if we fixed it. We're gonna go in the game. We'll bring Nibusan. Bring all the usual suspects. All right. Moment of truth. Let's look at our heroes. So this is our current heroes. If I go into Lady, Lady has an attack. And Lady not only has an attack, she doesn't have 92 damage because there's an animal on the team. So she deals 101 damage instead. She gets a 10% boost per animal on the team. And in this case, Dearlord's an animal. So now, I can attack, which is beautiful. Nibusan was hit. Lady got blood. We could switch. Fuck, everything's fixed. Everything's fixed. Okay, cool. All right, Nibusan, go. Let's see who gets hit. Oh, look at this. Lady got hit, and Dearlord has blood, and his blood. We're going to activate Nibusan's ability and heal Lady. Bam! And now Dearlord's good to go. Dearlord's looking sexy. He's looking fly. We're going to move his attack up. We're going in again. We're going in for another attack. When I watch, someone's about to get bled. Here we go. Ooh, Daniel got blood. Lady got punched. Dearlord is still bleeding. Nibusan, you gotta keep it up. We're gonna heal the Dearlord. Can't do too much else. Daniel blows up the board. Bam! Bam! With damage. We are now here. It is fucking working. Woo! Okay, we fixed things. All right. All right, so those are first fixes. We can verify here that Nibusan's skill is working, right? I can verify Nibusan's skill is working, but we do need to make a couple important adjustments. First off, oh, did somebody got double bled, which is fine. Next, we need to make sure Nibusan's skill locks the board, so you can't do anything else except use her skill. Which is a really easy thing to do. It's actually not bad at all. Like, that's an easy fix. All right, so we know the monsters are processing correctly, which is great. Well, that's what it is. Well, and to be fair, dear, the code that I tweaked earlier to cause all of these problems was not a small tweak. Like, this is the hero class, and the hero class used to be 500 lines of code. Legit. 500 lines of code. And now it's 167. So it was not a big, small thing. And that's because this whole class spawned. But I was able to condense a bunch of code, and then summon class had to took on all the code that we used to be there. Yeah, and this class needs to get cleaned up still, but we're in the heat of it now. All right, good. Hopefully this shit doesn't break everything, but we're gonna find out. That's for sure. All right, so our next step. I actually legitimately lost my train of thought. What am I fixing? Oh, I'm fixing Nibusan. All right, our next step is really easy. What we do here is when we went into here to select, it turns out I don't need this, but I need skill click to be true. So we don't need this check here, but we need skill click. And here's what's going on. Thank you, Yas. I appreciate you. So we have skill click. While skill click is true, we need to not process anything else until skill click is considered false. There. I think the prompt is... Wait, what is the prompt? I thought it was dream, but no, dream was a while ago. I don't know. I forgot what the prompt is. Comedy. Ah, there it is. Thank you. Okay. Skill. All right. So we go in here, we turn on skill click. We check here. We say the skill click is false. No, that's not correct. Oh, that was my secondary backup. I need something else. Skill selection. Wait, what the fuck am I doing? Okay, skill click's a backup because I noticed a bug wherever I did it, it would instantly click the same thing and activate the skill, so I need the skill click. So this, what I need is skill selection. We need skill selection to get turned on. So that's what we're going to do. So reverse this dot skill selection is equal to... what is it? Okay, we're gonna do... Sure. You know what? I'm just gonna make it true. And we'll make this false. Alright. So here's what we're gonna do. While this is all true, while this is all processing, blah, 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 what we're going to do is we need to go back up here, process skill use. Because what's going to happen is it's going to come in here. It's going to say, oh, we're doing a heal skill. It's going to leave the heal skill. It's going to come down here and say, oh, we're ready for our next set of instructions, daddy. Let's get to it. But we need to say, no. Don't do any instructions yet. Let them finish selecting this skill. So if we say, hey, if this is doing a skill selection, if this is not doing a skill selection, actually, then execute this code. Otherwise, hold your horses. You gotta slow it down just a little bit, right? You go a little bit further back. So then, what we do is we say, do the skill selection, which is beautiful. And what I want to do is, this is risky. I've been teetering on the line of actually making this. I'm gonna make it true for testing purposes, but I think Greater Cure is gonna end up not using a move. So what does use move? It's as it sounds. Does it use a move when you use the skill? Some skills don't use moves, which means you get a freebie. And this was something I added later on. I think Greater Cure is gonna end up not using a move. It's gonna be just a freebie skill, so you can use it and then continue the game. But we'll see. We'll see where that ends up lining up and seeing if that actually is way overpowered. But some skills like Daniel's, like blow up the board, absolutely needs to use a move because you're removing pieces and needs to go on. There. You hate Twitch's 2-minute long ads. I'm sorry. Pink, we set up the ads that way, or I set up the ads that way so you guys get an hour straight, like 57 minutes uninterrupted. Because we could switch it to like 1.5-minute ads every 30 minutes, but I felt like that was more intrusive. I don't know. You guys tell. We've been doing it this way for a while now, and I can change it, but I have to like. It takes 24 hours to change, which is ridiculous. Anyway. YouTube's where it's at though. YouTube does not make me run ads. I can specifically go in and just turn off the ads, which I love. I genuinely love that about YouTube. To be like, no. And to me, it's telling YouTube, like, no, YouTube, I would not like to be monetized to this stream. But it's like, I'm fine with that. You have pop-up YouTube? Yeah. Well, then just leave YouTube on. Yeah, YouTube doesn't have the delay because YouTube can be faster and I can send more data to YouTube. Honestly, if it weren't for the fact that YouTube streaming platform is not ideal for streamers and it doesn't have any of the channel points and things like that, I would 100% just be on YouTube because it's just more straightforward. It's a better viewer experience in my opinion. I like also that if you guys miss something, you can go back in the video because it's making a video live, so you can go back and then you can always catch up. All right. Tangent over. Let's do this just to make sure here. And then basically what I need to do is just copy this code. Which is lame. It's really lame. Okay. This is lame, but I'm gonna just do this. Process end skill use. Just, that's it. Instructions, bam. Basically, we're gonna throw this code here, but why are we doing this? It's so that I don't have to copy and paste this code. Because I'd much rather modify one section of code. Always. That's just the rule of thumb. Always, just modify it once. So we have now this function that says process end skill use. Or actually, I might even call it end. Yeah, we're going to call it end process skill use. Which is perfect. Just do this. And now all I have to do is just copy this function. So I go over here to our heal function. And we go into this step. This is where we actually perform the skill. Once we have performed the skill, we now just need to do context end process skill use. Which, perfect. We finalized using the skill. It will then go in and we should be good. So let's make sure that works. And then I can sign off and say Nibusan is complete and we could start setting the entire board on fire. How's that sound, folks? Bam. All right, we go in. Oh, shit. I don't want all my debuggers. What debugger went live? Fuck. Okay, we're good. We're in. Nibusan use. All right. Nibusan's bleeding. Took damage from the bleeding. Lady's hurt. We do skill use. Look at this. I can't touch the board. I can't touch the board at all. But I can heal Lady. And it used a move. It used a move. It did it correctly. Okay, but something else broke, so don't worry about that. Something else broke. But we got there. You have writer's block? I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, so everything else worked. So that's good. So that's a good thing. So everything else worked. Now we just need to do this, which I think is an easy fix. I think. All right. It said it broke on this line. Oh, because because start slide isn't defined? What? Oh, start slide. Oh, fuck, because I didn't define start slide? Okay. Okay. That's easy. That's all it was. It's just... That's all we needed. That's an easy one. Because then I could just go down here and just do a comma false on it. So I don't need to start sliding the blocks. So everything else worked just fine. It just got to this timeout point where it's like, oh, I need to start slide there. And yeah, we don't need to start slide. We still want to use a move, but we don't need to start sliding all the blocks. So I think that should do it. So let's verify once again. You never just tick it off. All right, go. Bam, 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 bam. In we are. Beautiful. We need to connect Nibusan. All right, lady got hurt. Lady got fucking demolished here. Well, we got nothing. Now we should click this. It used a move. And then it got attacked again. Daniel got bloodied. Nibusan got hurt. It used a move. Everything is working. I did it. Yes. Everything's fixed. Haha. It was just that easy. Welcome to coding. Oh my god. Okay. So in theory, things have been correctly moved over, and we can safely say that we have not just added in one feature, we have added in multiple features in Go. Basically, how did all of this start? I started today saying, hey, I'm going to finish Nibusan's skill. This second skill. I figured out how to do the select, and it resulted in me reprogramming 1,000 lines of code. Unironically, I just was like, oh, I guess I'll just rebuild all of this from scratch. So I fixed it, and now that it's been fixed, we now have a bunch of new features, and it makes everything just that much easier, too. And now, I could say, in theory, the game should be working, but I can't confirm that, so let's confirm it. We're going to pull up Nibusan, we're going to do Lady, we're going to pull in Puppy, we're going to switch Lady to Command Stance, we'll leave Nibusan on this one, and we're going in for the battle, right? So stage 1, we're going to verify that I didn't break everything, but I did, so we're going to see what else is broken. Hopefully not a lot. I forgot how easy some of these stages can be, but it's level 1, it's supposed to be easy. There. Alright. I gotta make more matches. Okay. Okay. Easy. Hog. Done. Completed the stage. Okay. Let's see. Gave me a score. Whoa, it broke. Yay! Guys, it broke. You wanna know why it broke? I'm gonna show you why it broke. Because it's trying to call refresh hero. The function we killed earlier on. I knew we would find where it break. We found it. No, this is good. This is exactly what we wanted to accomplish. So let's find it. Where was that? What line of code is that on? 973. Okay. Line 973. 900 in here. Right here. Yep. To-do, make the heroes... Oh, look, I actually did my to-do as well. Make the heroes disposable from a game perspective, so this is not necessary. Correct. They're disposable now, so we just don't need to run that line of code. We get our data, which is good. Okay. Let's try again. Let's see if we can actually complete stages. We go in here. I'm gonna be Lady. I'm gonna bring Hobbs. I'm gonna bring Puppy. We're gonna switch Hobbs to... Ooh, I wanna use Hobbs' ability here. This actually will work here. Increasing their damage is pointless. Like, Lady's actually not good on this stage. It's not that Lady's bad on this stage, just Lady's not good on this stage. Because this is why Hobbs is good on this stage, because I can go... Plop. That was really anticlimactic. I apologize. When Hobbs' skill gets leveled up, it gets better. Because it just procs more. But, like, it just destroys blocks. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. There. Hobbs OP. Hobbs is OP. Look, I go... Pop! Pop another block. Bam. It's a random block, but it popped it. And I'm glad to see it's actually working correctly, too. It's keeping track. That's always a concern of mine. But we know Lady's stronger here. Well, let's use Puppy's skill. Puppy's skill did not work. Alright. What did I break? Hero is undefined. Great. Line 18, 16. That makes me nervous. Okay, what is 18, 16? Those are usually my helper functions. Oh god, it is a helper function. So it broke here because hero was not defined. If hero is equal to undefined... Oh, I logged the spot. No. Here... ID 7, that's correct. What? Whoa. Okay. Because it didn't find it? It broke because it didn't find it. This is my backup, because this has been breaking in other times, too. So that's good to know. Just thinking. Having a thought bubble. That's what I'm having. I'm having a thought bubble. 1-1. So let's see. We know where it broke. I didn't bring a command prompt. We know where it broke. Right? We knew it broke here. It broke here because it was trying to change it into something else. Oh, it was trying to change it into Puppy. Yeah, because Puppy is 7. We'll check here to make sure I'm not crazy, but Puppy should be ID 7. Excellent. Excellent. I know exactly what's wrong again. Fuck. Yo, listen up. Here's the story about a little guy who lives in a blue world. All day and all night, everything is blue, like him, inside and outside. Okay, so ID is wrong. Long story short, ID is wrong. So, okay. Did I ever try making a game on an actual game engine? Yeah, I've built a game on Unity. I did, so that's a good question. Yes, I did do it in Unity. I used Unity as a front end, and then I did Java as a back end for a multiplayer game. And essentially, Unity would handle the 3D rendering, so I did C# coding on it, and it was like a 3D space game. I think I've shown it before. I might have it still. I might have the demo. Let me see if I have the demo so I can show you guys. Of it. Is it this one? That game is awful. It's this one. Let's see if it loads. I haven't touched this in a long time. Yeah, here we go. This isn't the final version, too. I know it's not. This was my, like, tester version. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, this is not the final version by any means, but you can see it has mouse tracking. You don't see anything else, but yes. Is cube. It did eventually get way better. Like when we actually had stuff too, like actual graphics. So this is like a base that you can capture and then go somewhere else. But we eventually built more. We did build more. So this is the dark side of the planet. We had to get some lights. Oh, the music is something I actually remixed too. Yeah, this is actually something I remixed and wrote too. And I was a huge fan of it as well. But yeah, no, that was a Unity project I built years ago. This is, you can look here, 2015. And I worked on it through 2016 there. So this was the one that you could share. I think I had more at one point in time, but now I don't as well. Oh, zombie game executable? Oh yeah, I had a bunch of, I built a lot of games, and Java was my main programming languages for a long time. Why did I switch to JavaScript? So I switched to JavaScript because it's just easier to deploy, and I like deploying to websites, and the bigger thing, honestly, is I like the ability like I have right now where you guys could go to the website and play the game right now. Like, that's just what it is. So I like JavaScript more just because of the easy deployments. I don't have to have compiled languages. I don't have to have specific IDEs or anything. I can just use my basically fancy notepad. So that's basically all it comes down to. And I didn't want to do Python for it. Like, Python would basically be the equivalent too. But the thing is, once you get into like web development side, like if I was doing websites with Python, I'm basically doing JavaScript again. So I'd much rather just stick with the JavaScript, just front and back end on there. So that's why I build stuff in JavaScript right now, just because it's simple and easy. There's a lot of quirks that I don't like about JavaScript. Yeah, it is. I mean, they're both scripting languages. Here's just for everybody who's learning and trying to understand more about coding. So there are many buckets that you can put languages into, but one of the things is scripting versus compiled languages. And a scripting language like Python and JavaScript, you just write the code and it attempts to run the code until it breaks. A compiled language does a check, or does a, how do I say? It checks the code, it verifies the code, and tries to compile the code before it runs. It doesn't mean the code won't break, but it verifies things like syntax errors. It verifies things like, hey, you don't have this element in existence and stuff. Where scripting languages will not run into errors until it finds something, and then it might have a serious break and stuff. Like, legitimately, it will not notice syntax errors until it calls a piece of code that has a syntax error, which is very cool. But the problem that comes down with that is that you're running okay, I shouldn't say the problem. There's pluses and minuses, right? The plus is that when you think websites, right, you want your website to run no matter what. You want people to be able to hit your website and do stuff, and if something breaks later, you still want them to be able to reach your website. So there's that advantage that things are going to run and try to operate as best they can, even if some of your code's not working. And that's a plus, especially since when you go to a website, it's usually not compiling code. I mean, technically is, but your browser isn't compiling code, it's just displaying everything. That HTML is like hypertext markup language. That's what HTML stands for. It's just displaying like what it's being told to display there. But compiled languages take more time to process, and you have to run it through a compiler, and it's not as easy. I mean, you could build executables, but it takes extra effort and work. Plus, with executables like Java and stuff, it means that people have to have Java installed, and it's a whole headache. But the downside, once again, of scripting languages is because it's not running all the checks and everything, it makes it really, really hard to track down bugs. Like, it's so much easier when you have a development environment. So IDE, independent development environment. So when you have a true IDE, in your IDE, you can run your debugger. I can't run a debugger here. I have to run my debugger in the live environment And thank God the development tools on like Firefox has debuggers, and Chrome does too on it. I don't know about, I'm assuming Edge does as well. I haven't really tested some of the other browsers. I mostly do Chrome and Firefox. But yeah, it at least has debuggers, so I can run through, I can drop a breakpoint to pause my code so I can see what's going on as well. But it's got its quirks, and every language has its pluses and minuses. Every language has its quirks. JavaScript, one of the things that's really always been tricky for me is the asynchronous nature of JavaScript, which is basically to say, if I write code, I can't do things sequentially, which sounds really weird, particularly when you're thinking about game logic. It's super fucked. But I can't do things sequentially unless I delay code. So you'll notice in points in my code, and I'll show you one of these points. Charge. Anyway, right here. No, what the fuck is that? I'm so fucking dumb. Anyway, end process. Here we go. Right here, this set timeout. This is how you have to, and it's called, in JavaScript, it's called a promise, which is, I promise I'll run this code later. But basically the timeout is saying, don't run this code until X number has passed, until X amount of time has passed. Well, you have to do this for everything, and JavaScript has this way to make code sequential, which is a callback function. It's a function that you call at the end of your function to make sure your code runs in a particular order, because otherwise it just runs it all straight up and just says, I did it. I did all the code. Aren't you proud of me? And it's like, no, you're supposed to run in order and you're supposed to wait for the execution of it to finish. No, JavaScript doesn't give a fuck. It just does it. It just runs all the code and it's like, I did it. Now what? And it's cool, but it also is the worst thing in the world. There's advantages and disadvantages. One of the advantages is, and I'm not doing this in this code yet, but I will in the future. This function here, load data, I can technically run all of this side by side, and I eventually will, and it will run faster technically because it's going side by side. It's running everything at the same time. It can pull all of my data at the same time. Like all of the images, I'm not preloading images yet, but that will be a future thing to do, where we preload all the images, which means every single page you go to will just have everything ready to go. And you could do that side by side, so I don't have to wait on everything. But right now I'm doing it sequentially because a lot of my data, like summons, I can't actually build this yet until I have skills and traits and everything else in place there. Although now I think I should be able to. But I can't run some of these functions until I have this data. So I have to run some of it sequentially there. So that's where it's tricky. It's just all about learning the quirks of your languages and understanding how that changes the logic of what you're doing. Now, just write everything in assembly. I haven't done assembly in a decade. Come on, I haven't done assembly in a decade, and even then, I was shit at assembly. You are absolutely correct, and when we talk about levels of languages, assembly is a low-level languages. There, who has? I'll tell you who has. I mean, nobody recently, to my knowledge, but the creator of the what was it? Roller Coaster Tycoon. First version of Roller Coaster Tycoon was written in assembly, which is a gift to everyone. Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, wrote it in assembly, which meant it could run on every machine. And it ran well on every machine, despite it all being shit memory. And I'll validate my claims here. Did the creator of Roller Coaster Tycoon assembly? Yes. Here you go. Sawyer wrote 99% of the code for Roller Coaster Tycoon in 86 assembly language for the Microsoft Macro Assembler, with the remaining 1% written in C. The graphics were designed by an artist Simon Foster with several 3D modeling, rendering, and paint programs. Yes, so it was one dude who wrote it. Let's see, when was it released? It was released in 1999. 1999. We had many other languages out by then. Like, we had many other things, but what he did was he wrote Roller Coaster Tycoon in assembly, and by doing so, it gave more people access to it. There. Yeah, it gave more people access. I'm trying to see there. Received over $30 million of the 180 brought in by the highly popular game. Yeah, I mean, that is really good. But generally speaking, the sound effect of a little kid laughing in the game repeatedly gets stuck in your brain for the last decade. I remember somebody talking about it. Yes. This game, because it was written in assembly, because it was written on such a low level, the requirements for it was really tiny. Megabytes. 16 megabytes of RAM. 55 megabytes of free hard disk space, plus, okay, a couple others if you had some of the other upgrades to it. Graphics card with 1 megabyte of video RAM could run this too. Like, there's so many things, but because of this, it meant it could process hundreds of people. It was legitimately one of the most prolific and iconic games for a reason. Because it was something that no one could do at the time with the modern languages, and because he wrote it in assembly, he could. You could. What languages do I hate? So, it's silly. I'm gonna give you a legitimate answer, just so you know. It's silly to, like, hate a language because there are use cases for everything. Otherwise, a programming language wouldn't be created. That said, there are two languages that come to mind. The first is Ruby. Now, I hate Ruby because I think it teaches some bad programming. It teaches some bad programming techniques. It's not the most user-friendly, and I particularly hate Ruby. Because I had to recruit for people that could program in Ruby, particularly Ruby on Rails. I had to recruit people, and I kid you not when I say I hired every single person in the state of Michigan that knew how to program Ruby, which was 5 people. At one point in time, we just hired all of them, and more than half of them were not good. They were not good. It's gross. It's a very gross language, and it's very hard to recruit for, and nobody really was building on it. The other language I hate, and this is a personal preference, is C. C++ is better, but C language. And the reason I hate C is because of pointers. I hate it. I hate pointers. And C++ is better, but it still is pointers. So what is a pointer? You're pointing to a piece of memory, and you have to allocate memory, and then you have to release the memory. And it just is a nuisance. How do I get into this? Because C has those capabilities, C, without a doubt, is a faster language, like faster processing time than most languages. The language to compete on it is machine language or just straight up assembly. Like, literally. Like, it doesn't get much faster than that. And that's because a lot of these other languages, like Java, C++, come with additional libraries. They come with additional overhead to make things easier on the user or the developer building it. But it means the system itself requires so much. There's a reason that Java is... There's a reason Java was on everything, and they always brag that they're on 1 billion systems. And it's because it was a very easy language to get into. It had a lot of functionalities. It worked very well and interfaced with a lot of systems. But it also had, and I'm certain a lot of people have heard, the garbage collector, which was this magical system that just is like, if you're not using it anymore, I'm going to eat it for you, and I'm just going to hold on to it in memory. So Java destroys memory. It just eats all of the memory and stores it in its garbage collector. And I literally got to a point in some of my code that I would empty, like you could call the code to empty the garbage collector. And I wonder if I even have some of my old code to show you guys on this. Like you could, you would call the garbage collector every once in a while and be like, hey, fucking stop. Just stop collecting, free up some memory for me, which is a huge waste. I'm seeing code repos. No, these are my current code repos. We have to go back. Let's go to main storage. We have to go old documents. Yeah, old documents. And then we have to go to these, my GitHub repo. Ooh, can we go to X project? Oh, here we go. We have our game server. Yeah, let's go into this. Build classes. Here we go. These are NetBeans. Let's go to main. No, we don't need main.class. Server. Yeah. Bullet base thread. Client acceptor. God, this stuff was so confusing. Game manager. This feels like one we want to look at. Let's take a look at my game manager class. Fuck. Damn it. I was really hoping this would read. I was really hoping that would read it. Okay, so I can't read class files, apparently, on this. That's another reason I don't like compiled languages. Yeah, it's my distribution. There's my jars. I had to connect it to MySQL. Source, please. There we go. Yeah, there we go. There's main.java. Let's go to server. Game manager. I think this was... Oh, you know what? Let's do client. This is going to be bad. Yeah, here we go. What was this? This is one of my smaller files. It's only like 500 lines of code. So yeah, this is Java. This is why C is better. I mean, C, you also import things, but you have all of this essentially bloat on your program. Yes, some of these things like this, game mechanics, gun, mode, this is all stuff I wrote. The utilities, I think I didn't write these utilities. Those were come in, but then you get like java.io.printwriter. Like you have all of these things that you're pulling into your game just to run it, right? And then I implement the runnable setup so that it could run. It's, God, I have not looked at this code in years, about a decade. Fuck, I'm now free-for-all score, free-for-all rank. God, guys, I built a really cool multiplayer game at one point. I probably could run it as well. So yeah, you have all of this bloat, all of this data. Damn, so many pieces of data you got to pull in all the time. Receive message, send message, get the planet data, get the base data, all of this stuff all at once. This is why Java takes so much work, because you have all of these things. And the other thing about Java too, and I didn't mind this too much about Java, Java is a wordy language. It's a very wordy language. Look at this line. It's one line. Name. So all we're checking is name. Name equals, name.equals, constants.config.get property, planet 0. Then set the radius to double.parse double. Like I have to call the class double because everything's classes. You have to call the class double, you have to call the function parse double, then constants, and then you call the class config of constants, then you call the function of config to get property. Tau v radius was the property that we had to get. This is insanity. Absolute insanity. Every single thing. Private, double, full cycle time. This is to declare a variable. This is how I declare a private double being for Java. It's decimal places. It has decimal places. Variable. You want to know how I call a variable in you want to know how I call a variable in JavaScript? Var do stuff. Basically. I var and I name it. What type of variable is it? We'll learn as we go. That's the other thing about JavaScript. It does not give a fuck what it is. Every variable is the same. Where if you get into Java, it's a compiled language. It cares. If it thinks you're sending a string when it should be an int, it's going to get angry at you and will not let you compile your code. It'll say, you did it wrong. Bad boy. Bad. No. But in JavaScript, it's like, oh, this int? Yeah, later I decided it's now a string. And JavaScript's like, yeah, that's fine. We could just do whatever. And then it's like, it's also now an object. Sure, that's okay. And now I want it to be a number again. It's like, sure, I don't care. Literally, variables mean nothing in JavaScript. Which always, like, cracks me up. TypeScript's a bit better for that. TypeScript is a little bit better for it. I haven't done too much with TypeScript. I did a little bit when I was learning Angular, but I haven't done a lot of Angular either. But yeah, I had to do TypeScript when I was learning Angular. It's better. What I liked about Angular was that it basically made loops for everything. Like just everything became an instant loop. So if I needed to repeat code a whole bunch, it was just Angular. It was like one line of code and it would just do it for me. So I liked that, but it was very confusing to get through. Yeah, so long story short, languages that I hate really come down to C as a preference. I don't like the pointers. I think it adds a lot of extra complexity that I don't like to play with. Like, I don't want to play with memory. I just don't want to do it. And then Ruby, because I think it leads people astray. And Ruby's like a dying language. I don't think anybody there. Pointers are interesting. Pointers are very interesting, and it's really cool. Like, there's so much you can do with pointers if you're not scared and you know what to do. I had to deal with... I had 2 classes in C. I had more classes in C++, and most of my classes were in Java. At least my intro class is Java, and then it became more C++. The 2 classes I had in C were C programming for Java developers. That was literally the name of the course. And concurrent programming, which, if anybody has taken a variation of concurrent programming or concurrency and stuff and multi-threading, it is the most insane. And when you're doing concurrency with pointers, that's what made me hate C. Because it would start a process in memory, and then my program would close, and that process was still running on my computer because it opened up a second bit of process. Like, it opened another process in my program. Basically, for anybody's context, how concurrency works is there's a couple ways, but the main way is you literally open up duplicates of your same program. And those duplicates are all the children processes that run its own thing. Here's the thing that's tricky, though. Those duplicates, because they're their own program, they don't have the data from your original program or any of the other programs. So you have to do this thing called piping, where you're basically feeding data between programs to each other, which is normal. That's how a lot of programs work, is you got to send data to everybody. But in C, it gets so tricky because you're saying, hey, child program, I'm going to create you, and I'm going to start you at this point in memory. And the data you need is at this point in memory. Don't fuck up. And then that program goes, and then it starts overwriting the data because it got too big, or because the programmer's an idiot and fucked up something and overwrote the little piece of memory that it was supposed to reach, which means it's got its pointer saying, hey, go to this point in memory when you need that data, and it points to itself. And it's like, I found it, because it doesn't fucking know. It's like, I found it, and it starts pulling on itself, and it becomes a recursive nightmare, because now it's looping on itself, and it's fucking hated it. It was so bad. The amount of times I had to kill my virtual machine to run my code, because I would make one mistake, and you guys see what I do, right? I go in here, I'm going in, and I'm like, that's a bug, and I'll go and I'll fix it, and then it's like, I found another bug. Now do that, except I have to kill my computer every single time I find a bug. Every single time. I had to kill my virtual machine and restart it. And the problem is, because I had to connect through I had to use this program to connect to someone else's server computer to run my program and stuff, it wouldn't kill it fully. Even if I turned off the machine, it would still be running the program in the virtual machine, and I'm like, fuck. So I'd have to go and kill it. It was insane. The hardest part about programming, legitimately, is coming to terms with how dumb you are. Because the computer does exactly what you tell it to do. The computer, this isn't a quantum computer. It isn't like coming up with ideas and doing its own thing. No. A computer will do 100% of the tasks you tell it to do exactly the way you tell it to do. Which means I have to accept that when the computer doesn't do what I want it to do, it means I told it wrong. Like, I told it was doing something, I told it to do it wrong, and it doesn't know how to fix itself. It's just like, I'm doing what I'm told. I'm doing what I'm told. Like, I drive the car into the lake because the driver told me to. The car doesn't know. The car is just listening to the steering wheel and is just going into the lake. And it's the driver who has to sit there and be like, I fucked up. That's what it's like every time programming. And once you get past that and you realize that, like, yes, I am the culprit, then you're good. You've kind of hit nirvana on programming. I've seen it described as programming is where you're trying to solve a murder. You're a detective solving a murder, except you are the victim, the detective, and the murderer. In case you are every single person. Yeah, I am so stupid. It's so constant. And I mean, you guys have literally seen it this stream where I'm looking, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm dumb. I just needed to fix this. And it's hard. And then when you get code files like this, right? Like, ooh, look at our little picture. Anyway, when you get code files, this one file is 1,456 lines, and then we go to our game file, and this is another 2,181 lines. Like, this game already is easily well over 10,000 lines of code. So if one line breaks, it's a fucking mystery to go in and solve and loop this. And if I were to give this to someone else, they could spend hours or days just trying to figure out what is going on, right? And talented programmers and people that know the setup will be able to track down problems faster. But, whoo, this is insane. Yeah, documentation is incredibly important because it makes it faster for learning, especially for learning yourself. This is 10,000 lines of undocumented code. I mean, I guess I have parts of it documented, but not really. It's not real documentation. I just labeled it like, here are my functions that do these things. Yeah, just put comments. Yeah, just put comments everywhere. It's just easy. Yeah, I mean, I leave a little bit of comments, obviously, throughout my code to be like, yeah, this is kind of what it's doing, just to remind myself. But yeah, I need to do there. You're right, this isn't even in a repo right now. I should do that. I don't always like putting my stuff on GitHub because it's not I don't pay for GitHub, so they're not like private repos. So my GitHub repository's live. Anybody can access it. You guys can literally look up my GitHub right now and see my repos for some of my other games I've built. Like, you guys can, one guess is all it takes for you guys to figure out what my repo is, right? Right, let's go here. Yeah, like, you guys can find my repo, you can find my stuff, like, immediately. Yeah, fixing and stealing. Well, and that's the thing. Stealing, like, the code is not really gonna, like, I'm not worried about necessarily the stealing of the code. It's just the judgment. The judgment, the code being out there, too. There's that. Yeah, just say it's open source. Yeah, it's open source. Build your own gacha game from this engine that only does one thing. Also, what the fuck? Did I? Oh, I broke. We were in the middle of fixing something. I actually forgot that we were in the middle of fixing something. Okay. Now that that tangent's done, oh yeah, I figured out, I remember what we were fixing. I remember what we were fixing. It's because I was a big dumb idiot. Alright, so here's the issue, is that I got this ID number, and that's not correct. Like, it's just completely incorrect. And so, all I need to do is here, we just go this.id is equal to data.id, and that should be enough. Okay, I'll just boop. All right, that literally should fix the issue. Like genuinely. Oh, let's roll over here. All right, let's do a quick little refreshy. Little refresh poo. Let's make sure that issue is fixed and that we can actually complete levels and that the game is working again. So we'll bring the same team, because you always want to test the same way every time. Oh, fuck, I didn't bring my block break ability. I'm a scrub. It's fine. All right. All I care about is Puppy. I just need to get Puppy to verify. Actually, what the fuck am I doing? I just look at it. I'm sitting here going like, oh, hopefully I fixed it. No, of course I fixed it. I could literally, I'm looking at it and I could see that it's fixed. Oh, fuck. Okay. Easy. I broke something else though, so. Although, did it break? Did this break? It might have not broke. I actually might have just ingeniously fixed some other core problem of my code. Let's see. Did it fix it? Nah, that's broke as fuck. All right. No, it's not this ID. It's, I just gotta do this. That should fix that. All right, now let's double check. Also, I'm gonna go back to Hobbs. Hobbs, I need you to switch your ability, bud. You're gonna be on that ability now. We've spent so much time just fixing code today, but that is life. Okay, now I'll run my code. Let's make sure that my object ID and my ID are correct. Object ID is correct, ID is correct. Great. So now I go in, just go to this part, just do a quick little, wow, fuck yeah. All right, Puppy, I need you to get your ability online. Also, this is going to be much easier if, I don't know, I get rid of some of these blocks. Get rid of more blocks, please. Let's do that. Okay. Puppy, you're so close. Puppy's so close. There we go. Puppy's ready for the ability. Plop. There we go. Look, guys, we fixed it. Okay, we did it. Yes, I did. Yes. My name is George. That is correct. But yes, that is correct. You guys are correct. And yes, what you're witnessing live is a man who unintentionally, but also, no, yeah, that's me. That is me. And I kind of remembered, but also kind of didn't remember to not dox myself, but oh well. How many times you repeatedly played a stage? I've repeatedly played a stage at least 40 times. Like in a row, I should say. George Xazaviar is my full name. Wouldn't that be funny? Oh, I gotta use my authenticator app. I gotta fix things. I should say, like, my new place of work, they have so many things that I have to constantly use my authenticator for. And it's very annoying. I should adjust that. Thank you guys for reminding me. Let's just make one minor edit. Just one. I totally named it that too. Or had that so that for work. But see, okay, there we go. There we go. Now I'm doxing myself less. You made a mistake. Yes. You think you're more than 10? I believe. I believe it. Alright, thanks for pointing that out, everybody. It has been fixed. It has been resolved. Here's the thing, what's funny, when I'm applying for jobs, I wanted my name there to prove it was me, but also because I didn't want my screen name, which I guess it was there anyway, didn't want my screen name so that people go there. It's broken if there's no enemies on the map. Okay, thank you. Wait, is it broken? Okay, so I know what the bug is here. Like, this is a fixable bug as well. Why it's not displaying a picture is it's just pulling it wrong. So that's fixable. I just want to make sure it could complete stages, and it can indeed complete stages. So at least the game is somewhat functional. What was your mistake that you made, Salty? I need to find doxing me. Yeah, I did it to myself.
You get a chance to read the things. If not, I completely understand.
Did I get the chance to read things? No. Oh, you don't have to worry about it, Salty. I did it to myself. You didn't do it. It's okay. Like, I'm not mad or angry or anything. My wife is mad at me, but that's okay. No, we are not going to dox people. Well, since I've doxed myself, now I can show you guys. Time to get up. This might be my last stream, guys. Oh, all right. And my wife is saying, if I can't conduct myself in a mature, responsible way on the internet, then I'm not allowed to be on the internet anymore. Give me my plastic card with the numbers on them. Sure. I've got this card. Let's see. Funny enough, you could actually... I was gonna read my Costco card, but I'm like, wait, you can actually use that. Let me find a card with numbers on it. Okay. This card is my board game store card, which my numbers are 15200. I've got a Bob Evans gift card. It's got a bunch of numbers on it. I have a lot of cash in my wallet right now. Noted. You genuinely thought... Oh, you genuinely thought it was gonna be me? That's funny. Well, I've changed it now, Salty. See, this is good tracing, right? We can go and find the spots and then delete them as well. Okay, what the fuck was I just doing? This is the problem about programming, is that if you stop paying attention for half a second, you forget everything that's going on. All right, so we were fixing the image when display results. Here we go. Display results, I just gotta get... Oh, I just need the full image. That's so dumb. I'm so dumb, but I'm smart at the same time because I solved it. We just need this full image. That's all. Easy enough. Just go in here and put full image. Any other images I need? I don't think I need any other images, so that should be good. Just a warning, you hope your LinkedIn doesn't have name Xavier. My LinkedIn shouldn't. Now you're making me think. You're giving me thoughts. Because I don't actually know. You're not checking? Oh shit, LinkedIn updated. Interesting. Oh no, it didn't update. I was just on a different page. Yeah, thanks. I don't think it does. Let's see here. I'm taking a little sneak a peek at my LinkedIn right now. I'm thinking we're good. I'm not seeing it. It would if I linked my GitHub. And I don't think I have my GitHub linked. It's the same way that I do not link my YouTube. Can you guys imagine if I linked my YouTube to my LinkedIn? They'd probably drop me at my new job. Oh, is it? No, well. Yeah, I don't think my GitHub's connected there. My GitHub used to be on my resume, too. Yeah, stay safe online. Remember your connections everywhere. And don't use the same password for everything. This is protection. I know there's a site, or there was a site, that used to track all of your connections online so that you could figure out how people could find out who you are. Like, I'm close enough to people that people 100% could figure out who I am online, as we just did. But, yeah, that's how it goes. You guess the ghost type? You have job luck? Yes. Oh, yes. You have my job luck now? Do you? Did you get a job? Or are you saying you did not get a job? I was excited there for a second, but I'm making assumptions without knowing. Or are you still on the job search? I did not. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you find something soon. I mean, I hate to say it, the average right now is 6 months, which is a huge bummer. But, I mean, I fell in exactly the average. It took me 6 months to find a job. It is like looking for water in the desert. I agree. Ah, there we go. All fixed. Okay, good news. So that's there. So, Yas, let's find your issue. Broken if there's no enemies on the map. The abilities that target enemies are broken. Oh, well, yes, that is true. If an ability targets an enemy and there's no enemies on the map, that is 100% broken. So let's just fix it. Let's go to Daniel's ability. Speaking of which, I need to fix it because Nibu-san and Daniel are slightly overpowered with their abilities. I'm also going to make this false. That does not need to use anything. Daniel's ability, max charge 25. Is that what I set it at? I genuinely can't remember, but it's 25 now. All right, refresh. Keep those in. All right, let's take a little look-see at that. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna bring the worst built team for this, a team of healers, and give shield. Great. This would be such a poor team, but it doesn't matter this early on. All right, so what it should... Fuck, it didn't switch to Daniel's correct ability. Let me double check that, actually. That's something I want to check. Because that should, if I click this, and I might have done a mistake. Yeah, I clicked wrong. That was my mistake. Okay. Good, my code worked. I'm just stupid. An error was Desmond's skill if no enemies. Okay, now let's test it that way. Desmond skill if no enemies. Don't go to Desmond. Let's just bring Desmond. Let's bring him. Yeah, it should be either of his skills. Both of his skills target. And then we'll bring Cubby. Oh, actually, I can bring Lady. Lady has Lady's first skill does it too. Okay. Let's just see what the break is. I know what it is, relatively speaking. But I want to see it so that I can do it myself. Okay. Fuck, I have to build these skills up. That's gonna take time. Okay, we'll build Lady. Lady skill right now would actually be completely useless because there's no animals on the team, and that her skill is 100% based on animals on your team. So it's like triple useless. Triple double. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. And another area you just got where Hobbs cleared a block with his skill, but the game didn't count the block as being gone. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good catch. Okay. What level were you doing that on, Yas? Just for my reference. Okay, before I use this skill, let's just put a debugger where I know it's going to need to be, which is attack skill use. Bug squashing is it's a good activity. The more bugs we squash, the better. That's objectives. Process skill use. Here we go. Attack skill. There we go. We'll just do that. All right, lady, use your attack skill. All right, let's go through. Let's watch it break. We know it's going to break here, and that's fine. All right, so let's break. Go here. We get the attack, so this is good. The attack is going to deal 0 damage, which is very funny. Instructions, modifier is equal to 0. Okay, it is a special attack. Hit a hair. Special attack type, yeah, it's gonna get everything. Guess what? It's still gonna be 0. It's still 0 damage. All right, so instructions are random false. So it is the target. Here it is. So this is where it should have worked. Actually, this should work. It says target monster, -1. So it catches it. And then it's good? Okay. I mean, that worked as intended, I guess. There. 15, got a screenshot in game chat. Thank you. Damn, that's a good combo, Lado. Lado. All right, let's see here. What do we got? You got so many good levels. All right, where is it? Okay. Oh, okay. I think I see what's going on. Yes, I know exactly what's happening. Okay. I know what's happening there, yes. So I hate to say it, but the skill here, at least with the enemies, it's not seemingly breaking, but let's try and get Desmond. Let's see if I can get Desmond to proc. Otherwise, I might have to... Okay, just don't break the last block. It's fine. As long as I don't break the last block, we're good. Let's see if I can get Desmond's skill to proc. I just want to get the game to crash. If the game doesn't crash and it does nothing, then that's intended. There, because it's, you know, you just brought the wrong unit, and I'm not going to apologize for that, basically. That's kind of my mentality on it. I'm like, well, you brought the wrong unit. All right, so we have Desmond's skill. Okay, so let's check here. So this is an attack skill, I think. Yes, this is an attack skill, so this skill should work. Oh, here we go. I did find a break. Yeah, we did it. We found a break. All right. All right, so this skill breaks on line 1338. Right here. This is where it breaks. It's breaking because this .hero's HID is undefined. What? Oh, for fuck's sake. Are you kidding me? Let's see what's going on here, because it might be unique to Desmond, because Desmond is 0. Let's see here. This .index loc. Let's look at here. Where's my index loc? This is the function I always do. This stage gem is not equal to null, and ID is equal to the stage gem ID. Return that. Otherwise, look at it is the array a.id that return a. That's what it should be. Okay. I don't know why that's doing what it's doing. Let's go to Strangle. I'm going to make this, instead of 25, we're going to make it 2 so that it can use it right away. I guess we have to do both, don't we? What type of skill is this? Bribe, color. Oh, I don't have the type here. We're going to do this too as well. All right. We're going to test Desmond. I know what line we want to line break on, so that's good. Sorry, I'm just trying to process my emotions and the feelings that I have in this moment. We're going to do that. I just want to see if this goes on. Okay, let's try this. We're going to bring in Desmond. We're going to bring in Hobbs because it's funny and puppy. All right, Desmond, make a match. Desmond skills immediately ready for use. Just got to wait for it to use. Ayo, Gacha Dev is back. Hello, Dark. How are you? Also, why is your name Borpa Borpa on the YouTubes? All right, let's step on in. Step on in, a little tiny function. All right, so our ID, well, fuck, that would do it. Guys, I found the problem. There is no ID to compare to. All right, so why? All right. Instructions. Hero.id. Well, okay, one second. I guess I gotta go back here. What were my instructions? There too. You change it to YouTube because funny. Your Twitch paying too. How much money can you get? Can you spend on Gacha Game? $0. I have introduced nothing. Nothing. You can currently not purchase a penny in the game. All right, let's just keep going here. I just gotta get back to instructions because I gotta see what the instructions were. I think I already know, but okay. My instructions. Okay, it's in skills. That's an easy thing. I changed something in skills a while ago, and I didn't change it for all the skills, obviously. So basically, I added this function that was hero ID. So this one, so this is the remove ID. So I need to put this in everywhere. So let's go down here. So right here where it says ID, this needs to get changed to hero ID. There we go. All right. So let's see here. Let's find all the IDs and make sure we don't have anything else. It should say hero ID now. Hero ID. Hero ID. Okay, perfect. Yas, thank you for finding that bug. I think we squashed it. I think it got squashed too. But how are you doing? Yeah, it is pretty anti-whale right now, but one day it'll be whaleable. And by that I mean it won't. I refuse to just build a game for people to waste money. Unless the game's really good, then it'd be like pay for usage. Okay, cool. It used a move and the game is working. Great, we squashed a bug. We did it, guys. Bug squashed. Can somebody signal the bug squash timer? What is this? Strangle should have 0.5. There we go. Bugs. I think we're good. Another way to squash bug is introduce a button that abandons the level. That would be a good one. What if people want to waste money? You're right. There is that, right? And I've thought about that from a philosophical point of view, but I think let me phrase it this way. Everybody is very familiar with microtransactions, right? We are familiar with the world of microtransactions. I grew up, I know Yas grew up, we grew up before microtransactions and watching the slow decline of it. And particularly as it slowly declined into gambling. Most platforms, most games are gambling, have just a gambling mechanic, which is ridiculous. And then we see a couple standout games like Elden Ring that they have a game and then they made a DLC that was really big and they charged more for the DLC. Yeah, there's a bunch of overpriced junk too. Then we see plagues like Diablo 4, which had $70 skins. And its season pass was an additional $60 and stuff like that. It's like, what the fuck is going on? I hate those things. Hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. And I hate mechanics in games that are deceptively there to make people constantly purchase things. There's a $250 skin on League. See, okay, here's another thing. And I'll ask this legitimately, Salty. Is it $250 because Riot sells it for $250? Or is it $250 because the market has made it valued at $250 and you can trade it with other players? Just because? Like, I want to know what sets the $250 price. Is it like Riot set it, or was it players that set it? Because I have a... They can? Just because they can? Okay, well, go fuck Riot. So here's another thing that I actually like. Like, I genuinely like. Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike has its gacha system, right? But it actually has a legitimate secondary market for selling things. And there was the black market for a long time. And don't get me wrong, I haven't played a lot of Counter-Strike, right? But they have the gambling aspect, and then they have the basically selling aspect. I like that. And why do I like that? And why do I feel okay with that? Because I play Magic the Gathering, or I did. I don't play Magic the Gathering at all. I can't even remember the last time I played. But I like those collectible card games. And those trading card games too. Like, yeah, CS2, CSGO 2, or Counter-Strike 2. Yeah, it's fully developed casino. But that's the thing. I like that because the casino aspect of the game, like the making the pulls and buying packs, yes, you buy that from the store. But the secondary market that puts value on those items is what's exciting, right? But no, because of HB, so when I left, that's funny. No, I like that. I like the idea of a secondary market that you can go into and sell things. And you know, it could be fun to have that, but I don't know. I have no fucking clue how we would handle that in this kind of game. Like super rare skins. You could trim your armor on Lady and stuff. No joke is Warframe. All right, so tell me about the Warframe microtransactions. Because here's the thing I don't like. A lot of gacha games, they do these predatory practices where they have, you know, the daily login purchases. They have the weekly purchases. They have the monthly purchases. They have the bundles that you have to buy. I hate it. Cookie Run Kingdom does this too, where you get an epic and then they give you a 24-hour deal that's like $40 that... It's like $40 and it's just to upgrade your character slightly and something. I hate that. That's ridiculous and should not be a thing. It just shouldn't. That's predatory and I don't agree with it. And yes, I've heard the stats before that says like, look, 99% of the people that do these games and play these games spend no money at all. 1% of the players spend money. And that 1% of 1% is where you make all of your money from. And if it were the fact, if I truly believed it was like super rich people out there, like super filthy rich people that are just dropping a bunch of money on the game, I might feel better about it in a sense because it's like stealing from the rich. But I don't know that. And furthermore, I'm more worried that it's a kid. I'm more worried that it's a kid with a parent's credit card and they just wasted $20,000 or $2,000 on Roblox. That's more what I worried about. And there's zero way for me as a developer to truly moderate that. I could put in my terms of service that a game you have to be 13 years old. I could put that you have to be 18 years old, right? No, it still won't stop somebody. It still won't stop that situation from happening, and I can't rationalize that in my head because as a parent, I would be devastated. Because there's no, like, I can't refund it. I can't do his stuff. Like, there's so much. Yeah, son used mom's credit card and stuff. And you combine that with predatory practices, which, by the way, really, really work on kids because they just don't know. They have no concept of money. They have no concept of any of this. They know they can go faster and they just buy things. They just buy. And I hate that. So, bringing it back to this game, right? Right now, my goal with this game is to make a functioning game for our community to play and relive the stories and show off things that you got, right? Like, just enjoy the fun of a gacha game, which I love. I like gacha games. I genuinely like the rolls. I like the excitement of going like, hell yeah, this is cool, without needing to spend money. I like that. And the thing that drew me to gacha games initially was, first off, I had never really heard of them until I watched like Giguk's video on them. And he showed me like a few, but Arknight stood out to me, and I'm like, I guess I kind of want to try it. And what impressed me was that it's a real game, right? It's a legitimate game that you can play. And that's what I want to make. I want to make a legitimate game. And then later we can look at it and say, do we want to monetize this? And I don't know. The way, and this is a legitimate thought that I've had too, right? This game looks okay right now. It looks okay. But you know what parts look good? My fucking wonderful artists who have made pretty looking stuff. The stuff that I didn't provide. Yes, I provide. Oh, fuck. Did this server crash? No. Okay, we're good. I had a moment there. I thought the server legitimately crashed. Yeah, like when you look at these pictures, it's AI art and art from our wonderful community artists. That's what's going to make this game actually look good. Yes, I'll make a functional game. I'll make it fun to play and something there, but the way I look at this too is like, I would see this as a shared project where a clear percentage, not like 10%, I'm talking like 25 to 50% of this goes to the artists of the game, right? Yes, only paywalls or cosmetics. Yes, I also hate games where paying for things, it's pay to win. I hate pay to win. Only cosmetics. And that's tricky in gacha game situations, right? Because gacha games, part of the win is just getting dupes and getting multiples of characters, and that's kind of where people have fun. And if you don't monetize that, then it's just like you have to force players to like earn their roles, and some people will find that slow. I don't know, maybe we just enforce it and whatnot, and just give players opportunities to get their favorite characters or something. I don't know, but 100% cosmetic stuff, I think that's fine, right? Look how dumb cosmetics for Final Cosmetic Process. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's expensive, and people, when you see prices really high, they don't set those prices because they're like, we're discouraging people from buying it. No, they set those prices because they know some people are paying for it. Like, some people see the value and they're like, yeah, I'll pay $40. Why not? And that's fucking ridiculous. They do it because they'll make money. No one would put out a gallon of milk at $20 unless they knew that they were going to make $20 off that gallon of milk. Genuinely. Right? It's the same thing in game. Well, I know if somebody wants to support it. Well, yes. Money does make the world go round. That's true. And here's the thing. Like, people spending money to support a game, to support an individual and stuff, completely fair. Completely valid. I see the same thing with Twitch subscriptions and things like that too. First off, thank you to my subscribers. Second off, like supporting the channel, keeping things up and running, I find that fair. And if people want to pay money to keep other businesses and other things going, great. More power to them. I just don't like the disconnect. The predatory disconnect. Like, when I play Cookie Run Kingdom, I don't know who the fucking devs are. I don't know what's going on. I also know that it's a huge team, and sure, maybe I could be interested in supporting them, but I don't there. Side note, you support any AAA piracy? Why not? You guys know me. I believe content should be free. I believe, which is a horrible belief to hold. And especially in today's day and age, like where Steam is clearly outlining that you're purchasing game licenses, you're not purchasing games. Like, I think I saw it phrased there that recently on TikTok, that if buying doesn't mean ownership, then pirating is not stealing, right? See, I hate, and that's the other thing, lady. Thank you for pointing that out too. If a game has a mechanic in which a player can pay money to be better at the game, you have substantially made the game less fun for people. And I have seen an argument for it, right? Adults who have disposable income, like adults who have disposable income but don't have the time to play games, like kids using it as a way to catch up. Kind of makes sense. I kind of see that. I can see that argument. But what it becomes is it becomes whales that just spend all the money. It becomes kids that just spend all this money. They just are nonstop spending money on a fucking mobile game. On something there. And I agree. Spending money on stuff you enjoy. You guys see my setup. I fucking enjoy streaming. I love the lights. I love stuff. Every time I get on a fucking work call, everybody's like, feels like I'm on a podcast. That was like the amount of times I got that line during interviews, it made me a little sick. But I like this stuff. I enjoy it, and I enjoy the investment in it. But when I think about for gaming, and when I think about entertainment, so like content, gaming, these kinds of stuff, it shouldn't be super expensive. It just shouldn't, right? Yes, favorite mobile game, free offline pixel dungeon crawler. Perfect, right? Something to pass the time. Pay to win is bad. Pay to win is bad because, you know, if we were making a pay to win game, I would make it the no brokes allowed. That would be the name of the game there to challenge people, but it's just like it's like a leaderboard and it's who spent the most money on the game. Like an unironic just completely like who spent the most money. The higher it is, the more the better you are as a player. Your level corresponds directly to how much money you've spent. And it's called fucking no brokes. It's so fucking stupid. I have a desire to play mobile games just because I like doing stuff on my phone every once in a while, and I don't have time to like sit at my computer and play games all the time. But every once in a while, I'm like, I'll be standing somewhere. I'm like, I got 5 minutes. I can play a game, and then I have no fucking games on my phone. Actually, I end up playing the same exact game over and over again, too. And I refuse to spend money on it because I don't know. I don't see the value in it. But yeah, there's just so many predatory practices. But yeah, I want to make sure that we build a game that's just fun. A game that's just fun first. Fun first. Then we can think if we want to monetize it at all. And I keep saying we. Guys, this is our game. This is our community game, right? This is for all of us. While yes, I'm doing most of the hard coding work, you guys are supporting me by being here and mocking me as I go. Like, that's the support that I need emotionally. Also, we need to set Nika, so I remember Nika's the next character we're building as well. Like, that's the stuff I need. Tell him, make it open source, we all break it together. My only, I mean, I guess we could, honestly, I think a version of it could go out open source. I could see that. My only worry is that, like, with the true open source, right? Like, I don't want to, like, have... If we were to monetize something that was open source, it becomes so questionable. Like, well, how much should I get? Well, I added this bug. Shouldn't I get... It's like, that's just so fucking ridiculous. Lady does farm so hard. Yeah. Lady is the current whale. Lady is the single whale. But I want to see... Who's got the high score on some of these levels? We still got, like, Star Nova. Lady, you gotta beat Star Nova here. And here, I keep seeing... It's very impressive how well you guys do with these levels. I am so far behind. It's also one of my secret loves, being able to put emojis in usernames. Anytime I have a user interface and I find that I can do emojis in it, I always allow it. because I find it very funny. Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Monetization clones come up, so if it goes against the normal message, it just comes up too. So always there. Dukias. Ooh. Damn. It's so good. That's a hard score too. Like, I love this leaderboard, honestly. Leaderboard's one of my favorites. Just going here and just seeing how other people are playing too. I think that's so good. I also tend to forget that we have 15 plus stages here. I'm like, I gotta do that. This game needs to do, but after, just to give you guys a breakdown, after I finish the skills and traits for every base character, which is kind of my main thing I'm doing right now. After we do the skills and traits for the main characters, the next thing I want to do is I want to look at banners again. I just want to fix this whole system too. This was the first thing I built and it's broke as hell. Like, there's a lot of things. I mean, it functions, right? I can do a 10 pull and, oh, never mind, it's broke as hell. All right, well, I guess we're gonna fix this now. Why is it broke? It's undefined because I don't know. It's undefined because it didn't pull correctly, is all that it is. Did it do my pull? Actually didn't get my pull data. I know it did the pull. I guess we're gonna fix things. This is what I get for changing stuff. Update selected banner. We just need to do a pull. Where is that? Perform pull. Send my message. Blah 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 blah. Summon image. Summon. Is it here? It should be here. I have it here. Wait. Yeah, I have summon image. Okay, so the issue, though, is that it gave undefined for that? Like, it just straight up says undefined. So, I guess we're gonna just take a quick glance. This should be a quick fix. Like, legitimately, this should be the fastest fix that I did tonight. 1036. No, where is it? Okay, let's just do this fix. Like, I know I pulled something. I don't know what I pulled. Woo, it's starting to get some load. What is that about? Is it because it's loading all my stuff ahead of time? I don't know what it's doing. All right, let's just do a quick pull. Confirm. All right, all I want to look at, we're just going to look at summons here. So we got summons. If I go in here, what did I get? I got, oh, this is Xazaviar. Huh. Skills? I understand what's going on. Okay. I understand what's going on. Yeah. So, the problem that's going on is really simple. It's really simple. It's a simple fix. Okay. So here's the problem, is that I changed the nature of summons, so this value doesn't exist anymore. So all I have to do is just create this. So var sum img equals this. And we need value. I'm just going to grab these. These are easy. Let's do this. This should be easy enough. So summon.name, then replace name, and then sum image. Done. I want to redo this whole thing because I think we can make it look really pretty and fun. So summon 10. Voila. Fuck. It's lame. Okay, we're gonna pull a legendary. Oh, I got Yas, but I want a legendary. The game was telling no gamble. This is fucking awful. I don't like it. I don't like it when you get all commons. It feels gross. There we go. I pulled lady. I pulled lady. Legend. Legendary. There we go. That's a good pull. We got there. I am legend. Look at that. I got 3-star lady. I don't have her maxed yet. Lady, you have yourself maxed, correct? Is that truth? Like, I'm curious what your guys' max units are as well. I've got, obviously, like, all the commons and uncommons are maxed out. Are they? Yeah, all of my commons and uncommons are maxed out. Most of my rares? No, all of my rares are maxed out. Epics. Deer is the one I can barely get. Yes, you do have self good. Yeah, Deer is, like, I have no dupes. Not stars, though? Oh, so you don't have the star. Wait, not stars. Oh, so you don't have fully maxed out on stars. Yeah, I have no dupes of Deer and, or August. I should say Augustine. I keep calling it Deer because, you know. But yeah, Augustine and Karthus, I don't have any dupes for right now. And very soon, guys, we're going to have to introduce the new ones. Oh, Ascension, you meant. I gotcha. So you're maxed out for right now, but you don't have any dupes. Yeah, because I can't ascend anymore. Can't ascend. I can ascend to you one day. One day when we're ready. Yeah, we needed a Corey and Amelia. I want to get... So, next banner, I want to make Corey, Amelia, Kentucky as kind of the main ones on the banner. We also need Big Puppy. Big Puppy is important. Because I want Big Puppy to be a rare as well. Rather than just a skin. Like an actual, like, upgrade's got something else going for it, too. But then Kentucky. This is a question about Kentucky. I think Kentucky... Like, I kind of want Kentucky to still be uncommon. Yeah, I think that fits. I think we make Big Puppy rare. And Big Puppy has boosts specifically with Lady. Because as a uncommon, right, this just works well on its own. It does its own thing. It does its abilities just fine. I do have to update its trait when I get to it. That's, I think, the next one on my list after Nika. Yeah, it's the next one on my list after Nika. There, we just got to update its trait. Very easy to do. But, yeah, I want to do Big Puppy. I think Big Puppy would be a good one as well. So I'm thinking the next banner will be focused on, okay. All right, hear me out. Because we need some banner updates, and eventually I want to get rotating banners going, so every 2 weeks there's something there. But I'm thinking we'll have a newcomers banner, so it's a higher chance to pull Amelia and Corey on it, as well as Kentucky. So that'll be the newcomers banner. And then we'll have like a legendary banner. And the legendary banner will be... so there's so many good choices for it. I want to argue Valatrus. Like Valatrus I kind of want for the legendary banner. That's kind of my thinking. I'm also thinking of actually introducing like a god tier. So it would be like... It would just look different on this screen. Right? That would be the only thing. It would just look different, and I want to do some kind of like special animation or something around it for like Valatrus and stuff, and I think that's what we should do. There's a lot to think about, a lot to consider on it. So, yeah, there's a lot to get added to the game in there, but we'll get there. We'll get into place on it. Maybe, you know what? Let's just add them to our list right now, just so we have it. So we need 32. Let's do Corey, Amelia, Kentucky. So Corey, obviously, we do Epic. Kentucky we'll do as an uncommon. We have Puppy And this is actually an important one because I want to specify that 2 puppies can't be on the same team. Ascended. I don't know if that's the right. Make it rare. There. Okay, so we'll have to look at these. And then the last one for right now, 36. This would be Valatrus. Valatrus got illusion, and we're going to have a minor little update. A few more cell actions. Data validation. Where is it? Bam. And another level. 7. God. And God will make, like, red. Done. There. We're emergency food? We do need emergency food, you're right. Is it emergency food or is it carnitas? For official name. Can we put emergency food? That's fine. That'll also be uncommon. Although it'd be funny to make it common. It's 100% support. Valatrus. Ooh, Valatrus feels like a support. But it could be attacker. Puppy is attacker. Kentucky's attacker. Amelia's attacker. Although Amelia could be tank. Let's put Amelia tank. Corey support. Subclass Amelia is animal. Kentucky is animal. Puppy is animal. Emergency food is animal. Subclass. And then elements. I gotta get everybody's elements. Water. Fire. What was Kentucky? I think Kentucky was light, right? I can't remember. Who did that masterpiece? Did you do what art? Progress. Nice. Yes, you do have 5-star 5-star up on Salazar's Elite and Lady. Nice. Yeah, the leveling is hard. Well, and then of course you currently can't level up because the Ascension stuff. What was it? Who's this one? This is Puppy. Puppy's water. You know that. Valatrus. Valatrus is dark. And then emergency food. Oh, I haven't disclosed this to you guys yet. All right. Salty, here's your big moment. I'm going to disclose the star element of emergency food. Air? Oh, is air. Thank you. Got it. We're gonna roll for it right now. Let's see what emergency foods type is. Here we go. Poison would be closely related to earth. All right. Emergency foods type is earth. Emergency food, it was born under the Star of Tenebrae. Actually, that tracks. Yeah, that actually legitimately tracks. He has powers? No. But if he encounters wind, it'll fuck him up. That's what you need to know. If he encounters wind, it'll be fucking up. Earthbending pig. But he'll do better against water. Earth also, I like earth just from the mud. The mud mode. And that's funny. Yeah, he's pretty much a non-combat animal. Alright, so long story short, these are the next ones I gotta get implemented as well. I'm just gonna highlight these. Oh, let's highlight them orange. Or I guess I was doing yellow. Yeah, we'll just clear this. Reset those. We still got there are lots of characters that can get implemented. Go to Apple. Daniel the Apocalypse. Yes, that was a suggested one as well. Because these are not, there's no commons here. These are rare to get. That'll be good. That'll be making fun though. They kill the pig. Exactly. Yas will eat the pig. Arya from Necrodancer? Oh man, I'm excited. There's so much to do. All right, so here's a couple of things I've been thinking about with Nika. So let's talk about Nika just briefly here. Nika likes fire. Nika does the fire thing. So first talent is about being on fire. We want to give Nika an ability to resist on fire damage and then ultimately become immune to it, which means options to works really well in fire stages. Furthermore, we want the first Nika's an attacker, so first ability doing a fire AoE of fire attack, which would be really cool, right? Dealing a bunch of damage to all the enemies there. The more enemies, the more powerful Nika's attack essentially is, right? But then the big ability, which has some support use while also some damage use, is consuming all the fire on the stage and dealing it to damage to all enemies. Now the question is this ability too powerful? I don't know. It certainly makes Nika cool, so I'll probably just allow it. Like, it sounds probably too powerful for Nika right now, but it also is super cool. Who is the closest to a Necromancer main cast? I really wouldn't say anybody. Necromancers, you guys got like nothing in common. If you're thinking Necromancer in terms of just make a million minions, then currently I guess that no, because I wouldn't say Lady's a Necromancer. I would argue that when Artanis is ready, when Artanis is ready, Artanis is the closest to Necromancer. But there's still stuff. Yeah, that's where like kinda it's high level abilities though. Like very high level skills. So it's nowhere close. You can make a ton of useless minions. I mean, that's there. Well, it's the thing is, like, you guys, I did try to give every single class minion skills. Corey has a minion skill. In fact, I'm curious, I can't remember. I think Corey's first minion skill you get early on, don't you? I'm gonna do a little check. I think you get it early on. And I really like it, and I can't wait to see it in use. Let's see, where is it? Yep, level 4. Level 4, Mora can get a minion skill there, which is very fun, and I can't wait. Yes. And let's see. Yep, and it can make up to 3 of them. Which is very fun. That's if Mora chooses to. But yes, that's it. And I like to imagine these as very tiny. Like, it's very easy to be like, oh, they're really big. And it's like, no. Little tiny. But really, it's up to interpretation there. Yes. But it's funny. They're also not the strongest, but they're funny. And it's not the only thing that Mora can make with Corey. Corey will be able to do more even later on, and they get very cool. Actually, Mora has legitimately some of my... Like, Corey's character legitimately has some of my favorite abilities. Like, outright. And I'm not going to spoil them and stuff, but, like, outright... I'll just tell you guys, I got influence from Frozen. It's not that I just watched Frozen, but it's funny. Yes, I did give you one skill that is legit necromancy, because I thought it might be funny to relate you to a certain game. A certain game in a certain dungeon that one day you guys will encounter. And I needed your class to have that skill. But yes, I legitimately, when building out Mora's character, I kept thinking about Frozen and the kind of things that like Elsa could do. And I'm like, fuck it. Why not? Why can't we just do them? So they can. So if you think there's anything that, if you look at the movie Frozen and think about, I wonder if Mora could do that. Yes. Pretty much everything. Everything that could be done in Frozen, Mora can do too. One day will we encounter the certain game again? I mean, I'm down to play it again. For sure. It's all a matter of timing. It's all a matter of timing. We have more time for games if we cut time for our tabletop, but I don't want to cut time for our tabletop. It is Spooky Month themed, that's true. Mora is just Elsa. Truth. Oh man. Yeah, exactly. The tabletop's so much fun. I don't want to cut any part of it. And we could say that we're sacrificing games on this channel. We're sacrificing games, like playing legitimate video games, to do your tabletop, but does anybody feel regret? Does anybody feel like we're missing out from that? Because if you do, maybe we'll introduce some more games, but yeah. Yeah, it's like, I don't feel like we're missing anything. Yeah, it's the community's playing. We're all doing it together. I see no reason. Is it? I'm feeling it. It's cold out, isn't it? It's typical Michigan. We are now at like 30-degree days. Or, well, it was like 70 degrees today, and now it's like... Wow. That is cold.
And he's just walking.
Oh, gosh. I'll be up in a minute. But, yeah, you meant... They did tame a pig last session, which is pretty fucking good. Yeah, Elsa Miku? Elsa Miku is exactly it. When the tamer did that. They did. I thought they weren't going to. I thought it was going to be a whole couple sessions before the pig got tamed, but then, well, then Salty did not tie it correctly, and all the animals reacted. Yeah. I mean, yes, you're correct. But here's another side of that, too. Am I looking to grow? Kinda, but also not. Too. I'd love to grow, but if I really wanted to grow, I feel like we would all kind of miss out. Like, we'd all kind of miss out. And the best way to grow is YouTube. It just is. It's the best way to grow. I gotta do YouTube stuff. I know, Spooky getting the 420s is gonna go down. 420s and then the 3. Just getting 3 all that session is gonna go down and figure out how to work it into the Gacha Game story. It's 3 or 20, nothing else. But honestly, yeah, like, yeah, it would be fun to grow. It would be fun to keep growing the channel, but to dedicate focus on that, I'd have to give up something else too. And the thing, like, I'd have to give up is, like, honestly, the Gacha Game. And I don't want to give up. Like, here's the thing. I want to make more YouTube videos. I want to, because I have fun making videos. But it takes up so much time, and that time could be spent working on this. The time could be spent preparing for sessions, and now I have work that I have to do. I actually have been doing tasks and actual work this week, and it feels really good. Like, really good to be like, oh, you guys want me to do that? Done. Handled. Give me something else. Like, ripping through things. And I'm not used to super large company where people don't get things done right away. Where they're like, every task they get, they're like, oh, I'll get that to you in 24 hours. And then they reach out again, another 24 hours. I'm not used to that. I was solving things for people within minutes of them reaching out to me. I'm like, here you go, fucking have it, enjoy. Which maybe is me setting a bad standard, but we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, what if I spend less time on things then you have free time. I mean, that's true. It's always the cost as well. Something else that has been a legitimate growth and wonderful part of my life is spending more time in the evenings with my wife. I've just been enjoying that as well. And it's something that we both look forward to every week. Like, pretty much my week, legitimately broken down, is 5 nights a week I spend with my wife, and then 2 nights I spend with you guys. That's how my week is usually broken down. Occasionally, like maybe every other week, I'll have a night to just do something myself. But like, yeah, I don't play games hardly unless I'm playing some stuff on stream, or if I'm playing something with my son, which right now is Minecraft. He just wants to play Minecraft all the time. And I found my nether fortress today, so that's progress. Yesterday, guys, legitimately, I am trying to fix the nether because my nether spawn is so fucked. It's so fucked in so many ways. Like I'm in the center of everything, and ghasts spawn everywhere. Like everywhere. So it was basically coming in under fire all the time. But yesterday I was strengthening my stuff, and then all of a sudden I go to this section, and I'm trying to mine, and a gas blows me up, and I freak out, and I accidentally pressed Q or drop, and I dropped my pickaxe, the one I just had enchanted, just set up, into a fire, and it burnt. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So that was my bummer yesterday. This happened yesterday. And yeah, I hate the basalt biome. I do too. I hate it. Yeah, there's so much to struggle with, but I finally found where I needed to go. I've got 2 wives, chat, and the actual wife. I mean, you're right, dear. Yeah. Yes, you were correct. Oh, but tonight, I apologize. I probably should have started by saying this. Tonight, stream's gonna be ending in a couple minutes because, holy shit, I have not been sleeping at all this week, and combine that with the busyness too, we need to get some rest. So stream's gonna be a little early tonight. It'll give me some energy for Friday, which I'm prepped. I already got everything all set up for it, so I'm just looking forward to running the session with you guys as well. And I'm really looking forward to next week's session too, where we get to lose everything. If you lose all this stuff and die, yeah, if you lose everything, it's like, fuck it, I'm just done. I actually did lose, like, all my stuff in Minecraft. Legitimately on this playthrough. In the nether as well. It was like, fuck. But, yes. I plan on getting a little bit of sleep. Getting a little bit of rest. And getting ready for streams. And for next schedule. I'm hoping I'm going to get some more programming time in this week as well. So I'm hoping I can follow up with you guys with some more updates. I'll keep posting in the channel, too. Just for anybody that's curious. On the order of characters, because I know that comes up a lot. So if we go order of characters that I'm working on, I'm going by ID number. So my next character is Nika. Then I'm gonna do Puppy, which should be super quick. Salty, which I've mostly finished Salty, but there is a tricky skill that I have to do that I programmed half of when I programmed Nibusan skill. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Then we have, yeah, it's just in this order, basically, is what we're going to do. And then once I get through all of the characters, which getting through commons is seconds. Like, it just takes a second to do, because they only have a trait on it. It's the skills that require extra work. But once I get through that, then I'll add the new characters. And then we'll set up the new banner and everything else. So I hope that makes sense on just kind of the order. But this is my progress. This is what I'm working on. So I want to get all of that set up, and then we'll be good to go. For our next wave of things, which is, there's so much fucking shit we gotta do, but it's coming. All right, but folks, that's gonna be it for me tonight. I forgot my stream deck doesn't work, so I have to manually click buttons as well. So, oh, we gotta check in on our picture. I've left it the whole stream, and I haven't seen anything. What? Yeah, load. Yeah, reload. I want to see your picture. If it loads. Drink the totally suspicious potion. Do whatever you want to do. Oh, let's see. Is it loading? There we go. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I love this. When we were human. That's so cool. And then you got... Oh. This does summarize all of the session really well. I love it. Just the fucking salty like, no! And the bird's like, I'm coming to fuck you up. It's just the perfect summation of it. I love it. I love it. So, that's going to be it for tonight's stream, folks. Thank you all for hopping in. And I hope everybody has a great night. We will be back on Friday. Be back on Friday with Group 2, who's making it back to town to hopefully meet with a guildmaster and get some information on an amulet that should be unbound. But we'll see. In the meantime, thank you, everybody. I've been Xavier. I've been here. And I hope everyone has a good night, a good day. And we'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye, everybody. I'm going to now find my end screen. Oh, we found it. Good thing I have stuff sorted. Otherwise, it'd be more difficult. Is my TV on? Oh, the TV is on. I got to turn that off. What is that? Jurassic World Chaos.